Hi, I'm Shira Notes. Ascension is a difficult process for all of us here on planet Earth, seeking to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Along the path to fourth density, we are challenged even more to look closely at ourselves. As a consequence, on this hike to a higher level of consciousness, we become very good at self-awareness and self-mastery. Looking at oneself involves being able to be honest about one's thoughts and behaviors that are not in alignment with love. Learning love is our primary job as souls living a human expression. In fact, God has been asking its creations to love one another for eons. Despite our soul's job description for a human incarnation clearly underlining the necessity to love one another and ourselves, we continue to be judging and not loving. I feel we are so judgmental on planet Earth that every single day may as well be called Judgment Day. So why do we continue to view others with such clouded lenses without even giving them a chance to show us their true light? We continue to come up with reasons and excuses why we should not love this or that person and why we ourselves do not deserve to be loved. Meanwhile, love is, and always was, and always will be, the one unifying force of the cosmos and the foundation of all of creation. We must take seriously our Creator's intentions for us to become loving beings and begin to develop awareness of the thoughts we think on a daily basis that are unkind, uncompassionate, and judgmental. When are we going to be ready to heal on a global level and let love reign true on this planet once and for all? Are we brave enough to make the changes that are required to become more loving, accepting, and compassionate beings? So many awakened and enlightened souls have come to this planet to teach us about love. But did we listen when Michael Jackson sang, "I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways"? It's not easy to look at oneself in the light, and all too many souls stubbornly remain in the dark about their own thoughts, choosing to remain in denial about their own self-judgment and judgment towards others. We must now ask ourselves, what are the reasons why we are judging one another so harshly? What is causing us to be so hard on other people when we are not yet perfect ourselves? As human beings, we all have mirror relationships, which reflect our soul's lessons to us. At the end of the day, amid the chaos of our everyday lives, we must make time for self-reflection. Are we happy with our thoughts and behaviors? At our core is our soul light, the divine God particle from which we create and know. Once we reach the level of our soul, our God light, we are awarded a higher perspective from which to see our human flaws and soul lessons. As a species, we are still operating at an elementary level of thinking. Working with our thoughts is not something we are taught at a young age, so instead we are left to learn about our thought patterns as adults. Many of us still act like children who have not matured into a higher level of thinking, feeling, and being. At this time in our human and spiritual evolution, we must become heart-centered creatures, acting from the heart first and not falling prey to the erroneous programming of the mind. Fear, all too often, plays a significant role in shaping our thoughts towards one another. It causes us to think unlovingly and unkindly about others before we even get to know them. Recognizing fear is crucial on the path of awakening to our divine nature. When fear works, love must work harder. Otherwise, we will never achieve the greatness that we are here to realize, the greatness of love and the propensity to create and not destroy. Once uncovered, the weeds of fear must be uprooted from the soils of the mind of men. These soils hold limitless creative potential for man. Combating human judgment and unkindness requires taking control of fearful and unloving thoughts before they even have a chance to materialize. It takes daily practice to learn to redirect mental energy away from lower vibrational thinking. As we ascend collectively as a human family, love must be our benchmark for truth, our moral standard against which we measure the validity of our thoughts. When fearful or unloving thoughts appear, we must rewrite them to align with the love of our Creator. We are at our core love, and anything that takes us away from that is only there to test us so we can return to our true being. If we cannot look honestly at our flaws, we will never heal our hearts and minds and evolve toward our God potential on this earth. So let us look closely at the man in the mirror and decide from the heart whether he has achieved his divine potential. Thank you, and may God bless you in all things.